Alright, so before this unboxing starts, let me let you in on a little secret. I already recorded this unboxing once, but just as I went to hit the stop button on my phone, my battery died and I lost all of the footage. So I'm going to pretend to unbox it like I've never unboxed it before, just for you, the viewer. Okay, so if some of the packaging doesn't look like it's in good condition, or the box just looks thrown together, that might have been my fault. So that's not the fault of Speedcube Shop or MoYu, that was me. Alright, so today I just got this package in the mail. I cut it open, but I've never looked inside, and this is my first time ever trying out one of these cubes. So this is the MoYu WRM. So it's basically just a reskin of the GTS 3 without ridges and with light magnets. Now, I don't have a GTS 3, so I thought I'd pick this up because it has some more beneficial features, which is the ridgeless and light magnets. So I'm going to open this up for the first time ever, and I give it a try. Alright, so if we look inside, I have the cube here, and a box. Let's see what this is all about. Alright, so it looks like I have 6 extra screws. Now I hear MoYu's using some new tensioning system, which is kind of like a counterpart to Gan's GS nuts. I don't know how well it works. I've never seen it in action before, but I'm sure it works just fine. We've also got some extra magnets, an extra core, a screwdriver, and whatever this thing is. Oh wait, this might be a, looks like a I can't speak. It looks like a tensioning, looks like the tool that you use to tighten the screws. That's all. I'm going to leave it at that. So the only complaint I have about this little box is this is how much room that it takes up, and then you have all of this extra space. Kind of unnecessary on MoYu's part, but you know, it doesn't really matter. Then we've just got instruction manuals and pictures of speed cubers. And now let's get into this box. So I'm definitely not sure what this box does. Let me just take it off. Alright. Let's just take these two things off. Not really sure what to do with them. I don't know. Let's maybe try putting it on like this. Don't really know what it's supposed to do at all. Never actually done this before. So never done this. Now let me just try sticking this on here, which I've never done before. Oh, look. It's a cube stand for your cube. Looks like there's no plastic on this one. Wonder why that is. And now we've got a nifty little cube stand. But let's get into first turns. Okay, so the first thing I notice is that it feels very light and flimsy and kind of uncontrollable. My fingers kind of slip between the layers. Not so easy to keep control of, except usually in my solves I move a bit slower. So I'm going to go ahead and scramble this up and do a solve and see how that feels. Alright, so I apologize if this is slow because there is a camera in front of my face and it's kind of hard to see. So I'd have to rewatch that solve, but I did feel like I had a few slip-ups. You know, my fingers lost control of the layers here and there. But this is definitely nothing that can be fixed whenever I lubricate it and set it up. Probably going to lube this with maybe Galaxy or maybe even Solar, but that might slow it down too much because I kind of want to keep the nice free feel. Because if you are a extremely fast turner, this would be a great option. So I'm going to see if I can figure out on how to get these screws to change how they feel. So there's 2 little ridges on this, if I can like have a red arrow pointing to them. And then there's 2 like open spots. It might be kind of hard to see, but you basically just have to match up the ridges with that, and then you turn it counterclockwise and it keeps clicking and it like raises up slightly and then it falls down all at once. You can't turn it clockwise, but you go counterclockwise and it keeps raising it up until it all falls back down to the first setting. Okay, so right now, this tensioning system is leaving me a little bit disappointed, and here's why. So it's very hard to tell the tension difference from the lowest setting to the highest setting. So there's really not much variation, and what I'm kind of disappointed by is the setting it comes on, at least for mine, is already the lowest, or I'm assuming what felt like the tightest setting. It was kind of hard to tell, but I think the state that the cube is in right now, where it's already light, fast, and flimsy enough, that was the tightest setting it had, and it only gets lighter from there. For someone who likes a more controlled cube and has a slower turning style, this is kind of not what I'm looking for in this tensioning system. Of course, I can always fix it with some lube, but just know that the tensioning system, the variation is very little, and you probably have to go to just tightening the screws for that. So this isn't going to help you that much. You have to like find the sweet spot with the screws, then play around with this. So this isn't like the most handy tool ever. I definitely see a lot more variation with GES nuts whenever I try them out in my 354. So that's too bad. But overall, I think this would fit some cubers who have a more specific turning style. One that is very fast and needs a very flexible cube. I don't know if I will personally be using this as my main, and I don't think I can tell until I do set it up. Now, it definitely has potential to be my main. It's just really depends on how I like it compared to my GTS2. I'm sure this cube has a lot of flexibility with how it can turn out. I just know that out of the box, this isn't right for me. But besides that, thanks for watching. If you do already have a GTS3, I don't know if I would recommend picking this up because it's basically just a reskin. But if you don't already have a GTS3 and you're kind of considering getting this for like the WR name, I'd say go ahead and get it. Thanks for watching, and see you in like 2 weeks. Yeah, goodbye.